name is Suzerain, and I'm a single woman enjoying my retirement with a modest degree of comfort. Though being able to sit back and enjoy a quiet cup of tea like this has only become possible recently. Before this, all of us were living through days of constant struggle.
Hello there.
Hello. Today, I want to tell you about the condo building where I live called Grandio Tsubaki, and the fight we had to endure. This is Grandio Tsubaki, a large condominium complex with over 200 units. It's just a 5-minute walk from the nearest train station. The building's getting on in years, but the location is great and the conditions seem perfect when I moved in. I never had any big dreams or hobbies growing up. I was always a workaholic. But even so, maybe it was the times we lived in. I've always had this fascination with high-rise condos. This was during the economic bubble, and once I'd saved enough money, I bought my unit here and moved in.
Oh, right. Suzerain, you bought a condo, didn't you?
Wait, really? Hey, let's get out of here and have the after party at Suzerain's place.
Sure, that sounds fine. Shh.
Huh?
We're not supposed to talk in the hallways here.
So, anyway.
Oh no, it's almost time for the last train.
Come on, who cares? Tomorrow's a day off. Suzerain, let us crash at your place.
That's fine with me. Though it's 5,000 yen per person. I wonder how this works exactly.
Huh?
Wait, you're gonna charge us money?
Well, in our building, when people stay overnight, we have to pay a fee to the Homeowners Association.
What?
But I think it's 10,000 yen for multiple nights, so just tonight should probably be okay.
Sorry, I just remembered I have plans tomorrow. The last train's still running, so I'm gonna head home now.
Akane?
Yeah?
See you soon! Hey, this building feels kind of...
Isn't it just in our heads? Maybe we're overthinking. Security cameras?
Whoa, aren't there way too many of these?
Hey, you girls friends with Suzerain from Unit 902? You staying the night? How many days? If you're not staying over, then no problem.
No, Sorry, we're leaving right now.
After that incident, those two never came to visit again. It's not that our friendship ended, but somehow we just drifted apart. Since work was getting busier anyway, I didn't really think much of it. Life rushed by like that. And before I knew it, over 10 years had passed. Phew, I ended up staying single all the way to this age. I guess it wasn't such a terrible life, though. Oh, again. Around that time, I started receiving certain letters in my mailbox. You must be Suzerain. Sorry to bother you when you're busy. I'm Karin, an attorney. Hi. The person writing these letters was a man named Takusa. He was the head of a group called the Grandio Tsubaki Quality of Life Improvement Society. Until then, I never really paid attention to these letters or bothered reading them, but one day I decided to sit down and go through them carefully. The Quality of Life Improvement Society, huh? Suzerain, I outlined the basics in my letter, but could you take a look at these documents? This shows your building's property values. They've dropped dramatically over the past decade or so. I think you have some idea why that might be.
Could you listen to this audio recording? It's from a recent homeowners association meeting.
About the management fee increases starting this year.
You got a problem with that? Look, managing this place costs money. Someone who just lives here probably wouldn't understand that.
It's the rule, so please cooperate. What a family with no sense of community spirit. Your kids will probably grow up to be ignorant troublemakers, too.
Listen here, Following rules is basic common sense that even children understand. Even elementary school kids follow school rules, so you need to follow our regulations. Pay the management fee the board sets. If you can't follow the rules, well, you're welcome to move out. Well, anyone who causes problems here would probably cause problems anywhere.
Rules. That's right. Grandiose Tsubaki has very specific rules. Rule 1. No talking in hallways or using cell phones in common areas. Rule 2. When family or friends stay multiple nights, a 10,000 yen residency fee must be paid to the board. Rule 3. No hanging laundry on balconies. You must use the shared rooftop space. Rule 4. Service providers, including home care workers and babysitters, cannot enter after 5 p.m. on weekdays or on Sundays and holidays.
There are many other regulations as well. I mean, I've never heard of basically banning renovations to your own unit in a condo you own. Even when they do give permission, requiring interior contractors to pay the board a 50,000 yen entry fee before they can work is completely unreasonable. They even ban food delivery. Didn't you think any of this was strange?
Well, I did have my doubts. There are restrictions on renovations. But I figure different buildings have their own rules, and higher-end places would especially have things like that. That's about all I thought of it.
This is a problem, Kusunoki. Rules are rules. Someone stayed at your place last week, right? That wasn't a family member living with you, was it? Well, that was... It's not good. Our homeowners association isn't running a charity here. You need to pay the overnight fee properly.
Break the rules and the association comes down on you immediately. That's what all these security cameras are for. That's what the building manager is for. I actually witnessed a family get evicted for rule violations. Excuse me. I hurt my leg and it's really hard to get up to the rooftop to hang my laundry. Can I please use my balcony instead?
That's not permitted.
But
It's the rule. All residents have agreed to follow it.
I see. This was half true and half lie. Of course, there were people who disagreed. There were residents who spoke out against the rules. But the board crushed any opposition. If you try to support those people, the board would start harassing you too. Because of all this, I think my sense of what was normal gradually became warped. I forced myself to accept these strange and unreasonable things, and I've been living here like that all these years. That was life at Grandiose Tsubaki. And now someone was finally going to stand up to it. This man, Tokusa.
Suzerain, please, could you help us?
We can't count on help from the police or fire department.
They don't get involved in civil disputes. I looked into similar cases from the past, and most of them were resolved by leaving it up to resident self-governance.
Honestly, the way things stand now, it would be extremely difficult to protect residents' rights through conventional legal means like lawsuits. Then how do we...
A coup.
A coup? If conventional methods won't work, we need different conventional methods. We have to fight them head on. At the general meeting, we'll secure a majority vote for new board elections and overthrow the current board entirely. That's Tokusa and his team's victory. I was amazed. Tokusa and his group had been preparing for this battle for so long. According to Tokusa, the Grandiose Tsubaki Quality of Life Improvement Society started with just a few members. Since they couldn't operate anywhere, the building management might see them. They'd meet at coffee shops far away like this one to plan their strategy. They kept a low profile while steadily reaching out to people, building their network of allies. And eventually they reach out to me too.
Suzerain, please help us.
Tokusa, why are you going to all this trouble to try to fix our building?
Huh? Oh. Well, you see, I had a wife. She got sick right after our son was born and died young. When we were younger, we used to take walks together and talk about that building. Oh, Wouldn't it be nice to live in a place like that? Once we save up enough money and can take it easy, having kids is great, but a condo with a beautiful view would be wonderful too. So at my age, with my son grown up and independent and some financial stability, I remembered those conversations. I was planning to spend my retirement years in that building, surrounded by memories of my wife. Then, when I saw my son recently, he said to me, "Hey Dad, is this the grandiose Tsubaki place you always talked about?" "Yeah, that's the one. Wait."
Oh no! That's when I found out for the first time. That's the building I was living in was being called the dictator condo in the prison you buy.
I was shocked. I'd heard some rumors, but I never imagined it was this bad. It felt like people were trashing my precious memories with my wife. I'm stubborn and competitive just like she was. I couldn't stand it. That's basically why I'm doing this.
From then on, Tokusa and his team kept preparing. They continued reaching out to residents steadily and persistently. Not with emotional appeals, but with pure logic. I started actively participating in their activities too. Some people gave up thinking we never get a majority.
I'm sorry, Suzerain. I was just scared of those poor people before. But you're right. Our building really is messed up. Thank you. I want to help too. We really owe Tokusa a debt of gratitude.
Yes, absolutely. More and more people said things like that, and before we knew it, we had significant support. Even so, Tokusa still seemed worried. Tokusa?
Oh, Suzerain, sorry. I'm still not feeling confident about this. We still don't have enough votes to guarantee a majority. Right, there's still about 20 residents we haven't won over yet. The next general meeting is do or die. If we can't get a majority there, we lose. The association's control will definitely get even tighter after that. If that happens, we'll never be able to take the board away from those people. If that happens...
We'll be fine.
What?
We'll be fine. You and everyone else have worked so incredibly hard. It's definitely, absolutely going to work out.
Suzerain.
Several months later, that day finally arrived.
Alright, so today's general meeting. The main issue is the board election. Okay, let's start counting votes. Asami?
First, the absentee ballots.
These absentee ballot numbers basically decide everything. These are from residents who couldn't attend the meeting in person. We need their support to reach a majority.
60 votes total.
What?
What?
That number was clearly too low. Lower than the number of people who agree to support us.
We didn't even need to count to see that. Now for the in-person votes.
Wait, that's it? It's over? Everyone works so hard. And this is how it ends so anticlimactically? No. This isn't right. I demand a recount.
Huh?
What?
Suzerain.
This is wrong. Tokusa and everyone else have worked so incredibly hard. You all persisted right to the very end, and so many people joined our cause. But these vote totals? The fact that only board members are handling the counting process is problematic in itself.
What the hell?
That's right. Count again. Count them again.
Hey, don't touch those ballots! Someone needs to oversee this. We need proper verification of the vote count.
A heated argument. My outburst sparked an explosion in the meeting room. And so, though it was somewhat forceful, a recount began. The results of the recounted absentee ballots and in-person votes barely exceeded the majority threshold. We had won. We did it! And so, the management dictatorship at Grandiose Tsubaki finally came to an end. That was just a short while ago. Afterward, the entire board was swept out. The former board president and all the other board members resigned. They tried to refuse to hand over control to the new administration, but Tokusa wouldn't let them get away with it. We filed a lawsuit to prove that the former board, having lost their positions through proper procedures, had no authority left, and with attorney Karin's help, we won a complete victory. This time, they truly lost all their power. And honestly, I don't think that alt regime was free of problems like embezzlement. The investigation into those issues will definitely continue to move forward. Tokusa became the new board president, with several other selected residents forming the new Homeowners Association board. I hear the building's property values are returning to the area average. Finally, real peace and normal living came to our building. And then... Tokusa and I still get together for tea occasionally like this. As friends, of course. He still carries his late wife in his heart. There's no room for me there. But this comfortable friendship is enjoyable for someone like me who only knew work, and it feels both ticklish and comforting somehow.
Suzerain, thank you so much for what you did back then. We couldn't have won without you.
Don't be silly. I was just someone who mindlessly went along with that lifestyle for years. I didn't really do anything. There were so many people who worked much harder than me. People like you, Tokusa.
No, Suzerain. You kept reaching out to residents right up until the end. Having someone who'd lived here so long join our cause convinced a lot of other people. And at the meeting, you were the first person to speak up about the vote count. Thank you so much.
Well, it's our home. It was only natural. Exactly. We have to protect our own lives ourselves. I've heard that conflicts between homeowners association and residents often end with residents just giving up and accepting it. There are unreasonable situations. People get their spirits crushed. But if one person can't do it alone, then two people can. And 2 becomes 3, 4, 10. The important thing is never giving up until the very end.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。まあ規則だとか言われてしまうと、このマンション独自の規則なら従わざるを得ないと、どれだけ理不尽な内容だったとしても守ってしまうものなのかもしれません。しかしながら規則というのは集団組織の統率だとか、自分の身を守るためだとか、意味のある内容のはずです。それがわからないどころか明確にされていないのであれば、今回のようにおかしいと立ち向かうことも大事なのかもしれませんね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでもいい方向に向かってよかったと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。